La 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 la, wait till I get my money right. I had a
And we are back, and we're together in the same place for this episode of the most quotable films of all time. And you guys voted for The Hangover, which we just watched together last night. It had been a while since.
Yes, to refresh our memories.
And still one of the last great comedies from 2009. It's a great one. So, yeah, let's get into it on this exciting birthday weekend.
Oh, that's right. Yesterday was my 76th birthday.
Yep, crazy, man.
I know.
And yep, a surprise that I'm here. Hopefully, a good one.
A very surprise visit. I was in total shock.
Your package has arrived.
Your package has arrived.
You're here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh my
Happy
God.
birthday. I love you.
Oh, I love you too. Shit.
Classic, man. It was great. All right, so who wants to start with their number 5?
I'll start with my number 5.
All right.
I didn't know they give out rings at the Holocaust.
That's a great one. Yeah, that always makes me laugh. I did not have that. I was in my top 5, but an honorable mention for sure.
Yeah, Alan said that.
Yeah.
He had said a lot of wacky things in that movie.
Yes, indeed. I would say probably most of our quotes will be Alan, which my number 5 is an Alan quote as well. Well, it starts with Phil saying,
You're not really wearing that, are you?
Wearing what?
The man purse. You actually gonna wear that? Or you guys just fucking with me?
It's where I keep all my things. Get a lot of compliments on this. Plus, it's not a man purse. It's called a satchel. Indiana Jones wears one.
a little bit.
I remember that quote.
Not on your list?
No,
I can see your list right now.
I don't.
Okay. What's your number 4?
Alan again.
Of course.
This was towards the beginning of the movie. He parks by the school, and then Alan says,
I'm not supposed to be within 200 feet of a school.
What?
Or Chuck E. Cheese.
Yes. That was an honorable mention for me.
yeah, assuming, I guess, he was a pedophile.
Right. Which, yeah, would not be surprising based on some of the things
Especially
he
what he
said.
was doing to that poor baby.
Oh, God, yeah. That's a good visual, but yeah, wouldn't be a quote, I guess. So my number 4, moving away from Alan momentarily, I had to have something by Ken Jeong, who plays Leslie Chow.
I know.
And it's when he's pulling away and the window's going up as he says,
Hey,
My favorite part is when he pops out of the trunk.
oh, yes, of course. Completely nude, beating them with a
I
iron.
know. Yeah.
It's so great, man.
But it was the position of his body when
Yeah.
he jumped up on the
I
trunk.
know. So classic, man.
Okay, my number 3 is they're at the hospital, and they're trying to get the doctor to give them more facts. And at this time, the doctor is like, getting a little cranky about the thing. So they ask him where the wedding place is.
Oh, yeah, how to get there.
I know. And he goes,
I do. It's at the corner of Get a Map and Fuck Off.
Yeah, that's good. Very good. Yeah. No, I didn't have that. We may not have any in common.
we have to have at least one in common.
I hope so. But we'll see. I don't think you'll have my number 3.
Okay.
It's when I love this because the 2 cops, when they're being chastised for stealing the cop car, and they're saying, oh, we see this all the time, people getting drunk and all this, and then the female cop says,
Not up in here.
Not up in here!
it's just so great how he says it. not on your list, I
Yeah,
guess.
and then the whole taser thing. It was,
Oh, yeah, that's classic.
yeah.
In the face. Yeah. Oh, man.
Okay,
What's
this
your
was
two?
said a couple of times.
Okay.
My number 2.
Remember, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Except for herpes. That shit'll come back with you.
Okay, so my number 2 is what I just love also the way that this person says this line. They're with hanging out with Mike Tyson, watching the footage of when they steal the tiger, and he asked them,
By the way, man, where you get that cop car from?
We stole it from these dumbass cops.
Nice. Nice, guys.
like he's so impressed with them. I just love that. All right, so what's your number 1?
Yeah. That's not gonna happen.
Oh, in the beginning.
In
when,
the beginning
when he's on the
and
phone.
at the end.
Ah, right, because you
Right.
see it both times.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, yeah, that kind of is a good summation of the
The
movie.
movie,
I
yeah,
suppose.
right.
Yeah.
So he was referring obviously to the wedding
Yeah.
because they lost
Uh,
the groom.
right. Which, why can't I think? Oh, Doug, of course.
Right, yeah, Doug.
Yeah. How can you forget Doug?
The white Doug.
Dougie, Doug. Oh, yeah, and yeah, there's Black Doug also, which is so great. Okay, well, yeah, we have none in common because my number 1, which I thought you were going to have as well, is the...
Hello. How about that ride in? I guess that's why they call it Sin City. You guys might not know this, but I consider myself a bit of a loner. I tend to think of myself as a one-man wolf pack. But when my sister brought Doug home, I knew he was one of my own. And my wolf pack, it grew by 1. So were there 2 of us, there were 2 of us in the wolf pack. I was alone first in the pack, and then Doug joined in later. And 6 months ago, when Doug introduced me to you guys, I thought, wait a second, could it be? And now I know for sure, I just added 2 more guys to my wolf pack.
All right.
4 of us wolves running around the desert together in Las Vegas, looking for strippers and cocaine. So tonight, I make a toast.
What? What do you got there?
Oh, yeah!
And then he goes and cuts his palm so that they could be blood brothers. And
Right.
they all go, no.
Yes, exactly. So, yeah, okay. Well, this is going to be interesting to put together then, because, okay, none in common. We haven't had one like that in a while.
There were so many things in this.
That just goes to show, yeah, how quotable this is. So I think we got to have Wolfpack, because I know that was an honorable mention for you as our 1, and then we'll do the That's Not Gonna Happen at 2. What was your 2 again?
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Okay, yeah, that's got to be 3 with
And
the herpes.
with the herpes thing.
Yeah. Right. So then my 2, which is Mike Tyson, makes it at 4. And then it's between our 2 number 3s, either Not Up in Here or what was your 3? The Get a Map.
Yeah, it's at the corner of Get a Map and Fuck Off.
Okay. Doesn't matter.
And that was after he gave him $100 bill too for.
Yeah, exactly. I'll give you the doctor guy. Why not? That's a good one. All right, so that's a decent top 5. Some honorable mentions I wanted to say. Of course, we already mentioned the Chuck E. Cheese.
Right.
Oh, I like when Stu, in one of his freak out moments, he says, I married a whore. And then Alan says, hey, she's a nice lady.
I have one where they were at the gas station.
Yes.
And Alan's watching the car.
Mhm.
And the old man comes up and he goes, Don't touch it. Don't even look at it.
Yeah.
Go on. Get out. You heard me. Don't look at me.
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, you better walk on. Yeah. And I was going to say, too, in that same scene where they're talking about him inside, and Phil says, he's like a gremlin. He comes with instructions and shit. Yeah. And then there's the whole thing about the ongoing thing where Stu, his girlfriend or his fiance or whatever, cheated on him with a guy, the bartender.
The bartender
Oh
on the
God.
cruise line.
Yeah.
And they're saying it was a sailor and all these other things other than what it was.
Right.
And then the other one is when they're trying to figure out what they should do with the police car. And then they said, we should torch it.
Yeah.
And then Alan goes, yeah, it's easy. You just throw kerosene on it, and then you get a ferret and light it from both ends and just throw it on.
Yeah, there's a bunch more that I just can't even say, but I have to at least give a shout out to, and we're the three best friends that anyone could have. We're the three best friends. There's multiple original songs in this movie
Yes,
that
there is.
are very memorable.
Yeah, luckily the piano was in the room.
Exactly, yeah. What do tigers dream of, and that whole thing. Yeah, we covered a lot of ground here. So yeah, now without further ado,
And don't forget, tigers like pepper, they don't like cinnamon.
That's very good. A good life lesson there. So now here are the top 5 Hangover quotes according to 3 and 4 right now.
I do. It's at the corner of get a map and fuck off.
By the way, man, where you get that cop car from?
We stole it from these dumbass cops.
Nice. Nice, guys.
Remember, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Except for herpes. That shit'll come back with you.
Yeah. That's not gonna happen. Hello? How about that ride in? I guess that's why they call it Sin City. You guys might not know this, but I consider myself a bit of a loner. I tend to think of myself as a one-man wolf pack. But when my sister brought Doug home, I knew he was one of my own. And my wolf pack, it grew by one. So where there were two of us in the wolf pack. I was alone first in the pack, and then Doug joined in later. And 6 months ago, when Doug introduced me to you guys, I thought, wait a second, could it be? And now I know for sure, I just added 2 more guys to my wolf pack.
All right.
4 of us wolves running around the desert together in Las Vegas, looking for strippers and cocaine. So tonight, I make a toast.
What? What do you got there?
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, nice. All right. Well, now we got to go with the letter I. So let's see what we have here. You want to give me your 4 first?
Okay. Idiocracy? Is that how you...
Idiocracy?
Idiocracy.
You have that? That's awesome.
Yeah. Independence Day.
Okay.
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Uh-huh.
And an oldie, Inherit the Wind.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah. It's been a long time since I've seen it.
I know.
Okay, so I have I Love You Man, Idiocracy, so we have that in common. It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, guys, I knew you were going to put that one in there.
You're not a fan of It's a Wonderful Life?
No, it's too long.
Wow.
But
you love Christmas Carol, though.
Yeah, but Christmas Carol isn't
too long.
Isn't 3+ hours long.
I guess so, yeah. And they are similar. Anyway, okay.
I know.
So The Irishman is my 4.
I knew you were going to do The Irishman.
Yeah. It was between that and Iron Man, but then when I realized like there's so many great Pacino lines in that.
Yeah, of course, Pacino.
It always comes down to Pacino, but all right, that's not going to make the cut, obviously. But so we got Idiocracy, we got to have. My number one, which is I Love You, Man. What was your two?
My two was Independence Day.
Okay. And then what's your three?
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Ooh, okay. So it's between that and It's a Wonderful Life. So I'll give you Indiana Jones.
Thank you, God.
Which I think most of the quotes for that are probably going to be just short round, saying whatever he said in the movie. It's been a long time, but
well,
okay.
I'm sure Indy had some, and then the woman.
Yeah.
Who was?
Oh yeah, Indy on the bridge where he's like, "I will see you in hell" or something like that. That was pretty good. Okay. Well, let's. So these are your options: Idiocracy, I Love You, Man, Independence Day, and Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. So either vote in the comments below or on the Johnny Radio poll this week, and then we'll see you on the next one, which will probably be a few weeks, and we'll be back on Zoom again. But what are you gonna do?
Right.
But for now, love you.
Love you, man.
All right, bye.
Bye.